Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to play Nerts. My family and I play it where you have a partner that plays your hand with you. So every partnership will get its own deck of cards. You want to make sure that the decks have very different backs because that will be important in the scoring. So we're going to pretend that the other partnership has this deck and we're going to deal just with this deck. So once the cards have been shuffled well, first thing you want to do is count out 13 cards. And flip that 13th card over. This is your Nerts deck. This is the deck you're trying to get rid of. The partnership that gets rid of this deck first, the small deck, yells Nerts, and they're the winners of that round. So one person in your partnership will be watching this deck very closely. The next part of the setup is you're going to put out 4 cards, like so. Move these over a little bit. And you're going to play these 4 cards like regular solitaire. So, for example, I can already move this one here because of the color, and then move this one here as well. Once again, the suit doesn't matter because this is just like regular solitaire. So, from here, now I have these 2 spaces, I can now fill these in with these cards from my Nerts deck. Once again, your goal is to try to get rid of these cards. The way you score points, however, is when you start putting cards up here in this common area. The cards that start here will be aces. You want to make sure that the Nerts deck always has a card showing face up. And right now, I can't make any plays in my little miniature solitaire hand here. This is the large deck. This is the rest of the deck that we didn't use earlier. But this is going to come in handy because this is going to be what is the catalyst for the play. So you count 3 and turn them over. I have a queen here. It doesn't help me at all. I continue to count 3. So the second person in the partnership is doing this part. They're counting the 3. They turn that over, nothing here. Now, while my partner and I, remember the first person is looking at what we call the short deck. They're keeping control of this. They can play this here, up here if there's a spot available, or they can play it here. Remember, the goal is to get rid of these cards. The second person in the partnership has what we call the long deck. So this is the person that's counting out 3, flipping them over. Once again, cannot play that. Now, you don't play this on here. Remember, you want to get rid of these, so you don't want to play that. I keep going. This is the same suit, so I can't play it there. I can play this here. Now, once again, meanwhile, there are other partnerships around the table who are doing the same thing. The first person that reveals an ace will put that out here. The aces will go from ace to king in suit. So if it's an ace of hearts, then you want to look for the 2 of hearts, 3 of hearts, so forth. So far, nothing. I keep going. Now this black 6 could play here. I have this here. Nothing here. Now I'm playing fairly slowly, but this is actually really fast. I've only got 2 cards left in the bigger stack. So I'm going to gather these up, flip them over, and continue counting out 3. Flip. Now here's an ace. So I throw this ace out here. Now this ace can be played on by any other partnership at the table. So if someone has the 2 of spades, they're going to throw it on here really fast. I need to be watching for that because once again, so let's say someone has put the 2 of spades out here. Either myself or my partner can then grab this 3 of spades and put it here. We can then replace that empty space here. I flip it over and I keep going. Look at this. I can play this here. Turn it over. I can also move this here. So if you notice, I'm getting rid of these cards. This is exactly what I want to do. The whole point is to get rid of this Nerts deck. The first partnership that gets rid of this deck is the winner. So can't do anything else. So now, meanwhile, while I'm looking at this, my partner is continuing to flip this over. I have another ace. It's going to come out here. I don't have anything that can play on the ace, but someone else at the table in their partnership might have something else that can play on that ace. But it's not me. Keep going. Keep going. I keep playing, and this is really fast. You have to pay attention. Everybody's got to really pay attention to what's happening at this point. Once again, I don't play it here. I only want to play it out here. Moving fast, moving fast. Once I've played all those, I pick them back up. I keep going. Remember, my partner's watching for this one. I have another ace that goes out here. Now, someone else probably has a 2 of clubs. They're going to throw that out, so I've got to be watching for that. Either my partner or myself can throw this out here. So we're going to pretend that someone else has already put the 2 of clubs. I'm going to throw this out really fast. This goes here. Flip it over. I keep playing. I can't do anything here. I'm going to keep playing with my 3. It's really fast. It's fast. Ooh, a red there. Look what's happening here. Once again, more spot for this. Move it over. Flip it over. So play continues like this all the way through. Once again, the partnership who finishes playing all of the deck or all the cards in their Nerts deck will yell out Nerts really fast. So let me show you how to score. So we're going to pretend that someone else has already yelled out Nerts, and now we need to add up the scores. When someone yells Nerts, you don't move your cards yet. Take the deck that you still have in your hand. You can go ahead and combine it with these leftovers here and go ahead and get rid of this small solitaire set. These don't count for anything. Here's what's important. Now, remember, you're going to have other people who have played different cards out here. This is why a different back is really important, because you're going to gather all the cards that are here in the middle. You're going to flip them over and sort them according to the back of the cards. So let's pretend that this other group has these cards out here. I still have all these cards left in my Nerts deck. These are negative points. This is not good. So how many positive points do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 positive points, but now I have to subtract. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my score would be a -1. The team that yelled out Nerts first gets 10 points plus everything in the middle of this common area. So if they had 10, then they would add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more. They'd get 23 points at the end of that round. So you keep playing like this. You would then take all your cards back, shuffle them all back together, and play another round. Now, we like to actually trade cards as well. So I would take this deck, my partner and I would take this deck, and then I would give this deck to the other group that we're playing with. We'd shuffle these up, set them up the same way. My partner would then be in control of the taller, thick deck. I would then be in control of the shorthand. You switch decks and you switch your role. It just makes it more fair to play that way. As you're scoring, you want to come up with a predetermined winning score. It could be 100, it could be 200, whatever that is. You'll need a pad and paper to keep up with the scores. And that's how you play Nerts.
This can go here. I need that. What? Can't. I've already done that. I need a rubber band. Oh wait, I can put that.